Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching episode 3 from season 4 of Snowpiercer. It's called Life Source. It's a pretty good episode. We get a lot more back and forth between New Eden and the train. We get to find out a little bit about everybody, what's going on. So let's get into it.
Oh, Jeff Sharpe, bringing joy to every heart. Oh, Jeff Sharpe, I'm bright and charming star.
Ruth opens this episode with a story about shoplifting. As she's walking through the village of New Eden, townspeople are passing her. They're asking lots of questions about the attack from the night before. Are we going to lose power? Are there people? So it starts out with Leighton really in a fury. He's not really thinking things through, and he's just like on the blind detective path. He points out that the Headwood shoes are gone. She wouldn't go anywhere without them. She always had an obsession, Dr. Headwood, with Liana because she was pregnant. Zara was pregnant and getting treated by the doctors. And maybe they were doing stuff with her genetic-wise so she could resist the cold. All this comes together with Leighton attempting to take the train and Ruth stopping him, reminding him that there are no more unilateral decisions and that they fought for this type of democracy, and Leighton's making a laughing joke of it. Our intro ends with Ruth saying 471 souls strong instead of our traditional intro with the amount of cars, like if it's Big Alice or Snowpiercer. When she gets out, we get to see that Snowpiercer's been turned into some type of work camp. You see them making big metal parts in some type of assembly line in what looks like the chains or the market section. Till talks about how much of a liar Melius is and that they think he has ulterior motives. In New Eden, the council's in session. Leighton is trying to take the train by any means necessary. The engineers attempt to talk him out of it based on power production. Like, they need Big Alice to make enough power to sustain the city long term. Leighton won't listen to reason. To rewire a panel in AgSeg to test a new fertilizer that Nima's come on board with. Melius offers 12-hour shifts. Ben counters with 10-hour shifts. They agree on this. He'll do the work. When he leaves, Nima confronts Melius about how dangerous the chemicals can be they're testing. We get a short scene of Oz in a drunken stupor hearing things. Ben and Till attempt to confront Nima about the chemicals and what's going on with Melius. They're headed off at the pass by Melius as they try to go into the library car. Till stays outside with Melius and Ben goes inside to get the information from Nima. Till and Melius have this short conversation about like spirit. Melius likes Till because of her defiant nature. And you see another soldier comes in the room, so he quickly changes to praising Melius. Oz attempts to confront Leighton about seeing a bird as a symbol of hope. Leighton shrugs him off and basically shoves him to the ground because he's mad about Zara going up to see Oz in the mountains, and that's why she was where she was when she got killed. Ruth and Javi have a chat with Alex and Big Alice about if it's possible for Leighton. Nima confronts Melius about the time frame for their ongoing project. Melius shows his callous nature while he's talking with Nima about the art. He says that they only have value if they needed to burn them to keep them warm. He says this quote, when the world's starving, don't leave a lobster in the tank. I've never heard that. He exerts his dominance over Nima and basically makes him submit in front of everybody. This is going to be ongoing. This guy's a piece of work. Leighton employs Javi in his attempt to steal the train. They decide to work together. Josie and Alex end up in the mountain section, end up having a heart-to-heart. They both end up crying. It's a short emotional scene. Leighton and Javi get caught by Sykes and Agsed trying to reroute the power. Leighton makes up some excuse and they get out of there. Till and Ben investigate the car and Agseg they've been sent to work on. The panel's ripped right out of the wall and the car looks really damaged and the plants are all dying. It's actually the last car on the train where they split. You've seen it in the last episode of Ben and Till trace the chemical lines back to the subtrain down to the bottom of the car, and they find the line hooked up to a chemical tank with some writing on it. Ben thinks it's the chemical that caused the damage to the guy's arm, and we know to Audrey and to Till's arm. Leighton and Javi are successful in disconnecting Big Alice. Ruth confronts Leighton about stealing the train, and Sykes beats Leighton's ass. And while this is happening, Alex does an autopsy on her bird. She says the bird died of expangination or something like that. It's like where all the blood comes out. So Javi makes a joke about, oh, now we got to worry about vampires. Alex thinks something's wrong with the pocket of New Eden. Leighton actually wins the vote. He's allowed to take 3 cars and anybody that volunteers to go with him. He must return in 3 weeks. Alex ends up going with them as an engineer. Ruth goes with them to make sure the train comes back on time, and we get a handful of, I believe Josie as well, goes with them, and then we get a handful of tailies that join them. Ben and Till attempt to gas Nima, a soldier, and Melius. They're unsuccessful, and Nima and Till end up getting gassed. It's just a sedation gas. It's not the bad stuff that we're worried about. But while they're down on the ground fighting for a mask, we find out that Audrey survived. So the people on the train now know the people are alive in New Eden. Till and Ben both wake up in the hotbox, and they find out that what they were setting up was this type of trap because they intend on taking Big Alice. It must be part of Melius's overall plan. Melius asks them to rewire not Till and Ben, yes, his men to rewire the trap with the more deadly gas. Nima protests, but it happens anyways. Our New Eden crew heads out over the bridge they've just finished in search of Snowpiercer. It's episode 3 of season 4 of Snowpiercer, entitled Life Source. If you liked it, thanks for watching. If you didn't like it, thanks for watching the whole thing and getting to this part where you heard that. And do all the channel stuff, the liking, the commenting, the subscribing. And this has been the Jeff Sharpe Show, and thanks for watching.
Jeff Sharpe, bringing joy to every heart.